And yeah, bro, I got another one. You're gonna be like, God damn, why you need another one? But trust me, this one's a little different and I needed it. And I'm about to show y'all why. Alright, y'all. This is what she looks like. All finished up. We got snakes in there. So, we about to get right into this. To be honest, this one I think is the easiest one that went together. But in the other ones, I made some mistakes. I had some headaches. We're going to get all into all that right now. Bing, bang, boom, let's go. So in the first video, I got the first rack and we unboxed it. And it was a multi-tub rack. All bunch of different sizes. And I realized how much I liked the ease of it. So I went ahead and got a second rack because I realized I needed some for bigger snakes. But then I made a big mistake. And I didn't do my homework. And if you watch this video, hopefully I can save you from making some of the same mistakes and teach you a little bit what I learned along the way. So if you're going to get a CSerpents rack or you're looking for any type of rack, watch this video first. Alright, y'all. So like I said, man, when I bought these racks, I made a couple of mistakes. I did a couple things that I shouldn't do. I wish I didn't do. But it all ended up working out in the end. To be honest, when I bought the first rack down here, I really liked the size of the biggest tubs. And I ain't really do my homework all the way, being new to breeding, new to racks. I always use my own DIY setups. You know what I mean? That's what I'm used to. All DIY racks. This is the first real racks I ever had. So I seen V35 was the biggest one in that tub. So then I went and I bought a V35 setup, thinking I was going to get tubs that were that size. But these are V35s. And these are also V35s. These are deeper. One's a V35S and one isn't. That's the big difference. And I didn't realize that. So I ended up buying this rack and actually getting the wrong rack. Not the wrong rack. Not what I actually wanted. It was on me. I should have done my homework and I didn't. So now my issue was to house my big girls. The big girls, the ones that are going to get big. That's the whole point. That's why I ended up buying this third rack now, because even though I'm putting 3 girls in here, not going to fill it all up, these tubs are bigger than both of them tubs, and these are made for girls over 1,000 grams, and all the snakes are just going to get bigger. So they're all definitely going to go in there eventually. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that I did wrong. The second thing that I realized while I was doing this and that I did wrong is with the heat and all that with the heat. Brain fart. The heat probe. The heat probe. As you've seen earlier, I put the heat probe in the middle. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Throwing a clip. It's that I put mine in the middle. I threw the heat probe in the middle, and that's where it should go. At least that's where I figured out it should go. In the beginning, I had it on the bottom of the rack, then I tried it on the top of the rack. Then I gave, I think I gave Frank from Locked and Loaded a call. Shout out Frank, good looking. And he told me he put his in the middle, and it's worked out the best for me. So that's another thing that I learned doing this. You gotta get the right setting, the right positioning for your temperature probe to get everything running right. Because, you know, heat rises and all that. So you got to figure out exactly what you got to do with them temperatures. You just can't throw it in there and expect everything to go right. You got to do some playing with it. And that leads me to the third thing that I had to realize. And that was the humidity situation. Because if you look at my racks, these ones have some holes in them. And then you go all the way down and they all got different amount of holes. all the way down to here, which have no holes. And why is that? That's because they hold humidity a lot better somehow. Well, maybe because I had holes in the other tubs that I was using. These tubs, I had drilled holes in them too. But this holds humidity a lot better than that. So I had to figure out the right amount of holes to put in each tub. And that the bottom ones, the bigger ones, the deeper ones, they held humidity good. They didn't hold too much humidity, I guess, because it's a deeper space. I don't know exactly why, but it holds humidity a little better. So for right now, I'm not going to drill no holes in this one. And the last thing I learned that, you know, you don't really need these racks. You don't. You can survive with these racks. But if you want to make your life easier, these racks make it quicker to clean. They make it quicker to feed. And the main thing, the main reason I would suggest these racks to anybody is space. I can fit all my snakes in this space. When before I had snakes in the whole 360 of the room. So it saved a ton of space. If I want to keep moving up, if I want to keep getting more snakes, I definitely need to use these racks or get a way bigger room. And that ain't happening right now. So without any further ado, let's get to the fun part. Let's get some substrate in these tubs and get some girls in these tubs. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's get these girls in their new homes. I think it's all girls going in here. All girls that either have laid or are about to lay, all three of them. This first one we're going to start with just laid a clutch recently. The video will be out soon from that. This is our girl Trix, 2nd year mom. She's looking good, man. Yellow belly, butter. Now, a lot of people don't like the butter gene, but I do. I actually like it a lot in a lot of projects. She's feeling a little heavy there. She just ate, getting her back. She got right back on food. She's like 3, 4 years old, something like that. And her colors are pretty decent. Not the color she had when she was a baby, but they're pretty decent. She's a great snake. Never had no problems with her. Always been a good feeder. Get her in there. Go ahead, mama. I might actually be putting her up for sale, though. Her breeding plans have just moved on. To be honest, I did not get her to breed. I got her as a pet and then decided to breed. So the plans kind of moved on from her. It's going to be hard to let her go, though. So keep your eyes open on Morph Market. She may be up there sometime this year. Once we get her eating great, get her weight back. Well, she's eating. Once we get her weight back up, though, and stuff like that. Never know. She may stay. Who knows? But these tubs are a lot bigger than them other tubs. You can fit the hide in here, everything. The other tubs, the one issue I had with them is the hides don't really fit great. It's the only issue I really had with them tubs. Alright, now let's get Naja. Alright, now we got our girl Naja, first girl that ever laid here. She also just laid a clutch. She was the first girl to lay again this year. I love this snake, man. I don't think I'll ever get rid of Naja. Being the first mom ever here at the little Serpents. Plus, she's got that calico in her. She's holding her colors pretty good too. Especially for being a pastel. Everybody talks down on pastel. But she's pastel, butter, Enchi, calico. And she's got that calico and that Enchi genes that work great in the Scrambler project, which is about to be one of my main projects. So, Naja probably got a home for a while longer here. Get her in her cage, her enclosure. Right, mama? She laid 7 eggs for us this year. A big old girl. She's back on food already, of course. She just ate again yesterday, giving them an extra meal. And now, let's get to the last girl that's going into this rack today. our girl Cleopatra, and she is gravid. This girl Cleopatra, she's straight hypo. She is gravid. She is due to lay eggs next week. So we're gonna move a little fast with this girl. As you see, she does not have a hide because when they are this far along, they don't want nothing near them. See all the substrates pushed away from her and all that. We should be getting eggs from her any day now. Look how she is glowing too. Just for hypo, they say they glow before they go. First time mom, full of eggs. Let's see. Get her down in there. Waiting on them. Oh yeah, that's right. Tell me you're not happy. Tell me. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Let's put her away. And she was bred to... Who was she bred to? She was bred to our male that we thought was a girl, Harley Quinn. We thought she was a female clown. Turned out she was a male. After a couple years of growing her up, thinking she was just a bad eater. She was going on hunger strikes because she's a male, and it was breeding season. All that messed up all last season. I mean, all this season. Through this whole season off, had to replant everything. But we'll get some nice hets out of that. Some double hets, and we'll be in for the future. You already know. If you watch my other videos on this series, they're putting this thing together is a breeze. It basically comes put together for you already. All you got to do is add this back panel and put your thermostat on, because you definitely need a thermostat. This is the main thing. And I'll talk about in a little bit one of the things I did wrong setting up my heat in a minute. But for now, all you do, put your thermostat. I put mine in the middle. Boom, other shelves. Hook that up. And I like to use double-sided tape. Stick it to the side. Then you screw this bad boy on. But like I said, if you watch my other videos, you already seen it. And if you didn't, click that video up here, and you can see step-by-step process of me putting this bad boy together. Me, right now, I am going to screw this one on. So like I said, y'all, real simple, man. The tape will hold it in place. You get your screws. Screw it in. And just like that, you got a back piece. It's on. Nothing to it. You want to see it done step by step, check them other videos out right up here. Double-sided tape. Right on the back of your heat probe. Bang, bang, boom. And you get this nice, clean, professional look that I know I'm going for. Makes it very convenient to come out. Boom, look at your rack. Bang, you know the temperature. Like I said, if you want to see step-by-step of all this, hit that video. All right, y'all, as a wrap, that's it for today. We got 3 racks now, 3 CSerpent racks. Shout out to CSerpent, thanks, appreciate y'all. Definitely upgraded my room, upgraded my collection. We're going to keep growing this thing. We're going to keep growing the channel, but I need help from y'all. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. You got any questions about the racks, the old racks, the new CSerpent rack, whatever, drop some comments. You got any tips, drop them comments. Like I said, it don't cost you nothing to hit them buttons, but it'll help me a lot. Hit that notification bell. I got all kinds of videos lined up. Anything y'all want to see, drop a comment. I'm going to answer them. Any suggestions you have, I'll try to run with them. Let's go. Catch y'all next time. Deuces.